Noelle Davis here with Dwayne Marsh of PolicyLink.
Hi.
And how are you today, Dwayne?
Good, thank you.
Enjoying the conference?
Glad to be in Houston.
So tell us more about PolicyLink, and here at this conference we're talking about sustainable economic development in this new mega region that's developing in Texas. And so what is the importance of equity in this development, and what does that mean for the region?
Sure. Well, PolicyLink's a national organization. We're based in Oakland, California. We have about 60 staff people who are committed to lifting up the next generation of economic and social equity policy across the country. So we work with partners in many, many regions, I'd say at least 20 or 35 regions every year, looking at everything from housing to transportation, public infrastructure, health, the impacts of all of these things in the built environment for young people, people of color, and how you really build equity in all the regions across the country. So a conversation about megaregions is really critical because as the frame for how we talk about planning and development grows, we have to make sure that people in our hardest hit low-income communities have the ability to participate and help to steer that conversation.
Definitely. So in particular in Houston and Texas in general, but in the Triangle, what can people do to be more involved? What are suggestions you have for how young people in particular could be more involved in framing what happens as we develop as a mega region?
Well, it's interesting. I think that the same kinds of things we look at all over the country could be really useful here. Finding connection to organizations who are thinking about these issues, getting involved in civic processes, making your voices heard. Often the stories of young people are really compelling stories that no one knows about. And so figuring out how you can get into the face of public agencies, into community hearings, and let people know what your stories are is really important. I think today's meeting has been really quite exciting. The amount of data and information has been overwhelming. I was just commenting that it felt like I was in the Matrix and someone had put a plug in the back of my head and just downloaded all this information. But young people don't have access to this kind of information ordinarily, and we had to find ways to have that communication be two-way. So I'd say, one, learn about the organizations in your community or neighborhood that make a difference. Two, make sure your voices are heard in public processes. And then three, talk to family members, talk to other young people, find out what's happening and stay connected and involved.
All right. Thank you so much, Dwayne.
Great. Thank you.